Derbyshire rack up the bonus points in Durham. For once, even the weather in Durham could do little to derail their batting innings. They built on Alex Lee's impressive first day showing by piling on the runs. Paul Coughlin and Ned Eckersley both recorded 50s in the process. With the entirety of the third session of play washed out, the score was 337 for 9. Durham declared overnight. Billy Godalming and Luis Reece got the Derbyshire innings off to a fine start, watchful at first, before they began to find the boundary. They brought up the 50 partnership and released the shackles in the overs before lunch. Godalming's innings was rewarded with a 50. Up went the appeal from the Durham bowlers, but the Derbyshire skipper had got back to ball. They reached the lunch interval at 87 for 0, their reply underway without any worry. The same couldn't be said at the restart. The skipper removed, caught at point by Michael Jones off the bowling of Potts. The loss of Godalming saw Derbyshire retreat into their shells. The run rate dropped as Madsen and Reece looked to consolidate. They breached 3 figures, but continued to be wary of the conditions. Coughlin seemed to be the exception. He disappeared to the boundary, a fate his colleagues were spared. Luis Reece joined his skipper on 50, his knock a patient one, with the landmark coming off 140 balls. Durham was struggling to find a way to remove either man, with both Derbyshire batters refusing to look to the boundary. However, a rare boundary brought the 150 up and saw the third wicket value reach 50. Hart smashed a 6 over mid-on, and a rare glimpse of attacking intent was on show by Derbyshire. They'd reached tea at 159 for 1, trailing Durham by 178. Where Derbyshire were once watchful, they accelerated after tea. Hard running added the bulk of the runs before boundaries boosted their return. The renewed attacking intent saw the partnership worth 100 runs. That was quickly followed by the team 200, and then Wayne Madsen became the third batsman to reach a half-century. Reece wasn't going to be outdone though. He converted his 50 into a 7th first-class century with a single of Rushworth. With the score a double Nelson, Madsen looked to smash Salisbury out of the ground, but had his middle stump removed. Reece ploughed on, searching for 250 and the extra batting bonus point it would bring. His long stay at the crease would be brought to an end by Rushworth. He took his hand off the bat, looking to clear mid-on, but could only find Potts to depart for a well-made 122. Eckersley ensured Derbyshire had another batting bonus point, 250 up with a 4 through the offside. The slow rate now seemed a distant memory. Derbyshire took the opportunity to rack up the runs. Durham's bowlers couldn't restrict Derbyshire, but they could find a wicket. Hart's slower ball Yorker bowled deployed for 40. With the Hudson Prentice 4 pulled over the leg side, Derbyshire pulled ahead of Durham. And another boundary from the all-rounder added yet another bonus point to the total, 350 runs up. There would be just 5 more runs added to the score before Stumps was called. The score 355 for 4, and Durham trailing by 18. A draw looks inevitable, but Derbyshire have 12 overs remaining before the bonus points cut off. If any play is possible on day 4, expect fireworks.